So welcome back to our YouTube channel yegobox. If you haven't done so, please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And this is Flutter series where we're going to learn Flutter from scratch. So if you don't know about Flutter, this is their website. It's a framework you can use to create mobile application, web and desktop application with beautiful UI, user interface. So you can install Flutter and have it on your machine, but right now we are not going to do it because it is, it's more advanced. So we are going to start with the simple stuff like having Flutter running inside your browser, where you don't need to install anything. So because I know sometimes people can have machines that are not qualified to to run this heavy application. So it's better to have Flutter running in your browser. You don't need anything else. So you just need to go to this website called Datapad. So you go to this website called Datapad and you visit this URL here. Then once you go there, you'll be able to run the Flutter. So go to this new pad here, create a new Flutter, then click create button. It's going to create a new pad here. So once a new pad is created, it will have a default class called my app, and my app is going to have the main method. So let me explain what is main method. So the main method is going to be the first method that Flutter is going to call in order to start your project. This is common in other programming language like Java, where we have main methods, and main method is going to be the initial point of your application. So let me create a class called coffee, and I'm going to extend a class from Flutter called stateless widget. And this stateless widget is going to ask me to overwrite one method that is defined in this stateless widget. So I'm going to use overwrite keyword to overwrite that method, and that method is going to return the widget, and that method is also called build. And I'm going to pass the build context because that is how it is built. So then I'm going to return something here. So remember, Flutter application is built on top of widgets. So we'll be having the ancestor widget, the children widget, and the grandparent widget, and so on. So on top of everything, so the grandmother, the grandfather of the widget, that is what we call the material app. So the material app is called, there's no need of that. Oh, okay, I think it's needed. So the material app is going to take one property called home, right? So like material. Okay, material app is written like that. So this material app is just the first widget you need to call in order to start your Flutter application. So, and this is going to have a home, and a home can be anything, can be any widget. So I like to use the container, for example, and this container is also going to take the child. So let me put the chart to be a text, and text is going to be hello world. So you see that what I said. So you see that we have a child here, which means that this child is a child of this material application. So if you go deeper, you can see that we can even here use another widget that will also take a child. For example, let me use a different widget. Let me use a column, for example. It's another widget. This column is going to take many children, right? It's going to take many children, and because take many children, So I can pass one children. It's gonna be hello world, and I can pass another widget. I can pass for example another container, because remember it's taking many children, so it's happy to have many children. So this container though has one child. As one child, you can pass another child, which can be for example a text, and can say second child. Okay, now we have a column take our children, and we have the first children, which is text hello world, and we have the second children, which is container, and a container also take one child. Doesn't take many children, just take one child. So what does that mean? So it means that so you use a widget depending on how you know what you want to achieve. Like if I, for example, I know that column take many children, it means that I can use that to display many things on screen, right? But I can use container to display only one thing on screen. So we have our coffee. This is our application called coffee. So maybe we are building coffee for a client. Now we have our coffee here. So remember that this main method is the one that run your application. So we have run app here, and we have our coffee, and the class that we have defined here, which is extending the status widget. So but the Flutter is showing me that there is a problem here. So maybe I have misspelled here, so I have to write it as a children. So you see now Flutter is happy, it doesn't complain anymore. So let me run it again, and if you see that the container, the column is showing these children here. The first child is hello world, and the second child is second child, right? So, and that's how you can do it. Let's say that if you want to change the color of one of this child, for example, if I want to change the color of this text hello world, there is a property, the same way I am calling these children. This children means it's a property of column. So the text also have another property called style, and the style is going to be text style, and it's going to take the color. For example, if I want to change the color, and I can call a class called colors, then call blue, for example. So let me run again. Hello world is going to be blue. Voila. So you can change many things here in text. For example, I can come here, put the comma, maybe change font size, and font size is going to be maybe 100%, and so font size is not defined. Let me see where I'm defining it. Font size, okay, font size should be called here inside text style, not inside the text. So be aware of that. So if text is closed by here, you need to make sure that you are not calling the font size within text. So you should be calling the font size inside the text style. Okay, so if we learn it again, you will see that our font is going to be increased a little bit. So that is something you need to be aware of like how you are going to call the property, and how you are going to nest the children so that you achieve something you want. And this is one of the reasons we are running the Flutter in browser, so that you get familiar with the keywords you want to use within Flutter. So that's what we had today. I hope you enjoyed the series, and please subscribe to our channel and share to your friends, so that we can have many Flutter developer here. And thank you for watching. See you next time.